We got 10 versus $125 food truck
in this video
in Austin, Texas.
Delicious. We're going deep in Austin, Texas. I'm so tempted to take this down right now, but I would like to go
what
to
is
the bathroom
that?
within the next 6
Is that a
Discover food truck food you've never seen before.
To me, if you smoke it at a lower temperature, it's just all the flavor. You know, you smoke a brisket because you want the flavor. You want the smoke. You're going to get the smoke.
I like that. You're going to get the smoke. That sounds roughly like a veiled threat.
Get the smoke, buddy.
Smoke. We already made one food truck video here in Austin, and you guys loved it. Check it out. 90 billion views. Way better than Mr. Beast, actually. So we thought, hey, you guys loved it. Check it out. 90 billion views.
Damn, bro.
Beast, actually. So we
He
thought,
is
hey,
cooking.
What blows me away about
That's crazy. 90 million
variety. Sure, New York has a lot of food trucks, but 89% of them are halal.
That's
a small fraction
insane.
of those people will flick you off if you try to film them. That happened to me. For my feelings, except I don't have any. It's not just about the sheer quantity of food trucks, it's about the variety. Food from every nation.
If anything, they should be happy.
People coming from Mexico.
You giving that exposure.
Folks from Asia. Or American food crossed with other food shouldn't even be crossed with. So are you ready for a wild food truck here in Austin, Texas? No? Oh, I was expecting you to say yes.
90 billion views is insane, bro. I'm still on that,
originally
bro.
from New Jersey, came all the way here to Austin, Texas to bring the locals cheesesteaks. Here's how it works. You build your own sandwich and you get to choose your own cheese. There's American, there's provolone, or there's Cheese Whiz. And this is where I'm stuck already. They say classic is the Cheese Whiz, but Cheese Whiz just feels so white trashy. Like it doesn't contain any dairy products. I think it's just oil.
Yeah, that's that's for nachos.
At my core, I am white trash, so I should get Cheese Whiz, right? And then they have provolone, and I love provolone. I'm gonna have to ask them inside. I'm not sure. Let's go for it.
Dude, that's exposure, bro.
Oh, I'm in the truck with
Millions
Armand
of people
right
watch
here,
this.
and I have to ask you, when you build the sandwich, the first and most important decision is what kind of cheese to put on it, correct?
Correct.
I love provolone.
Provolone's great.
Cheese Whiz.
Ooh.
The white trash part of me is like, you should get the chemical cheese from a can. And then the part of me who is a respectable culinary ambassador for the world is like, probably go with provolone.
I think what you should do is get provolone cheese on it, and then we'll hit it with a little whiz drizzle and get you a little bit of everything flavor.
Hey, all right, whiz drizzle, like what my wife eats when I leave on the toilet seat. Sorry, babe, sorry about the whiz drizzle. I like your idea. Let's combine the cheeses and let's get started.
I'm gonna grab my meat and get started. Some people don't know the industry standard on meat given at a cheesesteak spot is 4 ounces. We bump it up and we do 4.5. That meat kind of broken up. 100% Texas grade
season it.
beef. A little bit of
there you go.
We got a little bit of black pepper. Got a caramelized onion.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Our mushrooms as well. And also that fresh
I don't know about onion. I mean,
that perfect
mushroom.
spice.
Yeah, this looks fantastic.
Let's get that provolone popping. Nice sharp provolone cheese. Just
that basically chopped cheese, I
one
think.
little spray of water just to make sure it's nice and steamed up, and then cover that up. In the meantime, I'm gonna check this whiz and make sure this whiz is where we want it to be. Not your whiz drizzle, Sonny, but ours. I'm just gonna slide that right in there.
Yeah, that looks good, bro.
Oh yeah. All right, Sonny, you ready for this whiz drizzle, my friend?
Yes. Ooh, whiz drizzle.
Just get a nice little cut in that. Sonny, this is your
I don't know
whiz
about that
drizzle,
cheese.
onion, jalapeno mushroom. It
Looks
is ready
good,
for you
though.
to devour it.
Glorious. Boom, check it out right here. This is a lot of food. Let's start with this right
Damn,
here.
he got a plate
Cheesesteak
too?
Fries. I'm told these are award-winning loaded fries, and they look gorgeous. You can see the
Oh,
mushrooms,
yeah.
the onions, the
Man,
green
that
peppers,
shit looks
the
good as
meat,
hell,
all of
boy.
it mixed together. 2 different types of liquid cheese. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Peppery, delicious, soft meat, heavy
looks
cheese. The only thing is you gotta
really
be
good
quick.
season too.
You're gonna get soggy. If they do sog up, you can always mix it with more beef, more jalapeno, more onions, and then here on the side, buffalo sauce. Is that buffalo sauce? Yeah. I'm gonna give it a little bit of hit.
You really drank it, bro.
Oh my God. Give me a beer and I'll be in heaven. Here, this is the main event. Take a look at that. We got steak, sticky provolone.
Damn,
just
bro,
a
that
little
looks
bit of
good.
whiz drizzle. Let's try it out. Provolone, stretchy, delicious, cheesy. A mound of steak inside. It's not just 4 ounces. It's 4.5 ounces. That's like 12.5% more.
That extra half, bro. It makes a difference, though.
There's just a hint of the cheese whiz, which is nice. It's super salty. I mean, it is enough sodium for about a week and a half, and that's if you're a rhinoceros. Ooh, this is how you know it's good cheese whiz. It has a skin. People who draw blood can practice on this, seeing if they can pierce the cheese. Let's give it a little bit of a dip. All right, a big, messy, cheesy bite. I love this cheese, but I'm always gonna swipe right on provolone. It's got body,
Yeah.
bit of cheese, pull. I see the cheese.
That other
is more like a
cheese
good
is just for
friend.
like
That's a truck and
nachos, I
help me
feel
move
like.
every once in a while. Gotta keep that friendship. Otherwise, this was fantastic.
I'll make you move
come to
That's
another
how I'm
food
trying to
truck.
be.
Right
Just
here,
go around
Venezuelan
everywhere,
food.
bro.
This place is called Four Brothers. So I've never been to Venezuela before. It seems right now it might not be the most tourist-friendly destination in the world, but in the meantime, their food is here in Texas, so why not enjoy it? If you're not familiar with Venezuelan food like me, this will give you some hints as to what you can get. Let's start with this, the arepas. It is a gluten-free corn sandwich served with avocado sauce and garlic sauce. Wikipedia says it is a primary cuisine of Colombia and Venezuela. Then this, cachapas. Now what is a cachapas, you might be wondering? Well, it's right here. Can you read? Sweet corn pancake served as a quesadilla with cheese. Beyond that, they have yuca. My buddy Oro, who is Cuban, told me yuca means cassava, but this guy here is saying yuca means potato. I don't know for sure. I'm gonna order that too and find out.
You never know if you don't like it, if you don't ever try
I'm gonna
it.
try with Ruben. Ruben is a little bit worried because his English, he said, is just okay.
I speak just a little English.
You look nervous as hell.
So, okay, your English is much better than my Venezuelan.
Yeah, let's go to speak Spanish. Cuéntame, ¿cómo está tu día?
Sí.
Sí.
Sí. Okay, today I want the Four Brothers arepas.
With chicken or pork?
What do you like more?
Chicken, whatever.
How many views does this have? 8.8.
Perfect, yeah.
Yes.
Cachapas, yeah.
I love this guy. I said one word correctly, and he's like, "Let's go." So those two and yuca.
I got it, sorry. We start with the black beans. After the black beans, we use the famous queso de mano. Actually,
I've never seen that.
this is Venezuelan cheese. You can try now. Oh, the people say like queso fresco, you know?
I think it's like mozzarella, but more salty. Really good.
On the top, yeah. That's the chicken.
Nice, just sizzling on the flat top. That looks great.
This is like Venezuelan
like a
burger. Now,
a
we will
sope.
put the garlic sauce. This is the avocado sauce. People call guasacaca. It's like cilantro sauce. Also, it's vegan.
Good vegan sauce right on top of that chicken.
2 slices of avocado. And I like plantains.
Bruh,
We fry the
pinga
plantains and we put
is
it
where
on
it's
top
at.
the arepa.
It's a
If you
big
never had
sandwich.
And
pinga,
with the
you're
finish,
missing
1
out.
slice of tomato. We close the arepa with the Venezuelan cheese.
Wow, that is so thick. So that is it right there. Beautiful.
Let's go to make the cachapas. The people call quesadillas, but it's not quesadilla, it's cachapas.
So he's gonna give this a little bit of a flip, but it looks like it's already
Perfect
cooked.
pancake.
It's already cooked, yeah.
Just need to heat it up. So that is yuca. Yeah, I think it's a cassava.
To the fryer.
Was that
on
banana?
4 minutes. Now I will put the famous queso de mano on the half part to the cachapas.
So that is gonna melt.
Yeah, it have to melt.
Ooh, that's thick. Is this the same as how you make it in Venezuela?
It's the same, yeah. Let's see the plate.
Finish?
Yeah, that's it.
Ruben, this food looks incredible. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Hey.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Right here we have 3 foods I've never tried before in my life.
Damn,
And what's
bro.
interesting is trying to figure out what is Venezuelan and what is kind of catering to the American taste buds. For example, this. This is the yuca. Now, Oral called it yuca, but to me it was cassava. And I was right, so they take this and then they fry it. After that, this is a part that felt a little bit more Americanized. They take the cheese, they put it on top, they melt the cheese, and then they put on 2 different types of sauces. Let's try this
I didn't
out.
melt that cheese.
Oh yeah. When you do loaded fries, all the fries get soggy, but cassava is stronger than a potato. So even though there's an onslaught of sauces here, the cassava is keeping its integrity. Right here, the cachapa. Only 2 ingredients. It's basically a cornmeal pancake that's already been pre-cooked. And then look at the inside. That is just a huge
You gotta
thick
melt it
layer of
more, I
cheese.
feel
I'm
like,
gonna try to do a cheese pull. Yeah, that's
good
Oh
enough.
my God.
No more plate.
Oh, that's a good cheese pull. This cheese, it's something between like mozzarella and halloumi. It is so salty, dense, thick, beautiful.
A pancake
bit
with
sweet.
cheese
Because
though?
this has a corn base, I thought it might be
Eh.
dry, but I think it's been fried in so much oil that it's not dry at all. Cheese is my new favorite. Queso de mana. Oh my God, that's all the cheese that's just fallen out. I'm so tempted to take this down right now, but I would like to go to the bathroom within the next 6 days. Right here we have the arepa. Cornflour bun on the outside, cheese. You've got tomato, sweet plantains, avocado, chicken. So much
Shit, I
going
love
on here.
anything with
First of all,
avocado,
it's
so-
ridiculously thick, and the bottom has already started to get a little bit soggy. Oh, how do I get a bite with everything? Here we go. I find it hard to believe that in Venezuela, the sandwiches are this big. This has to be Texas size. Stringy,
Yeah, that's a
delicious
lot of
chicken.
fucking
You taste
food,
the
though.
beans, the sauce, cheese, tomato, everything working together.
For that little thing.
I love the bread on the outside. The only issue I do see here is that I feel like there's enough fillings in here for 2 sandwiches. I would say in the future, I want it to be a little bit less wide, a little bit easier to get my unusually small mouth around. That is 3 Venezuelan foods I've never had before in my life. I
Hey
gotta
bro,
say,
you can't
excellent.
complain about
TAs.
portion.
That means 10 out of 10 in Spanish.
'Cause
If you
now
like
it'd be
to party,
trash.
And if you like food, then this collection of food trucks is for you.
right here on Austin's iconic Rainy Street, a place packed with tourists, but not enough to drive the locals
pull up.
away. Here, my next food truck of choice, Burro Grilled Cheese, where they're selling, well, grilled cheese sandwiches. But trust me, it goes a lot deeper than that.
Donkey.
Right
El
now, I'm in the
burro.
kitchen with Scott. Here in the kitchen, they have my dream refrigerator. It is just full of 100 pounds of cheese and then cola on the bottom. The only thing it's missing is a bottle of Jack Daniels. Where's that?
That's in my car.
Oh, hey, cool, yeah. That's what he does. He drives around and says, hey, kids, take a look at this. He just
No.
Here, you get 4 different types of grilled cheese.
The old
You're
cheese.
getting the Whalen and Willie, which is one of our most popular, and it's got a spicy maple bacon sauce. It's got caramelized onions, pepperoncinis, Colby Jack cheddar cheese on there. It's got a nice like bacony sweet profile to it.
Love it. I love profiles. All right, let's get into it.
Start off with some fresh sourdough. We got our spicy maple
Let's see what
bacon
you got
sauce.
cooking,
we
buddy.
Make this in house. It's got maple syrup, bacon, cilantro, other flavors in there, mayonnaise. Good amount on there. So now we're putting some caramelized onions that we grilled up this morning. Then we get a few pepperoncinis.
Tap.
It gives it like a little kick.
Nah,
And
just
then we're
kidding.
hitting it with the Colby Jack cheddar blend. We layer it on there. So this guy, called a salamander, kind of does a melt on it before throw it in the oven. It's just to speed up the process, essentially, so that we don't have to grill it for as long, so that the bread can still be crispy, but not taken to too much crisp. So then we're just gonna fold her up and get some fresh butter, slab it on there. Throw this guy
There's
on
no
there,
meat on
little
it, just
slab on
cheese.
top, and we let it work.
Scott, how do you feel about that?
I feel like I wanna eat it.
Grilled cheese, I guess, kind of.
This sourdough bread is the ideal bread for this type of thing because you can't have a bread that's going to be weak or too tough that's going to fall apart. As
I don't really
you
like
see
cheese
some of those
alone, though.
caramelized onions and the pepperoncinis. The pepperoni is the only part I'm apprehensive about because I think it's going to have a strong, dominant flavor. I'm going to try a bite without the pepperoni first. Let's go for it. Huh? Oh, yeah. Toasty, buttery on the outside, on the inside, delicious gooey cheese. There's a hint of maple bacon. Now, the pepperoni, I'm going for it.
She's trying to be in the video.
Sour, punchy,
You think she's slick? Look at her in the back.
spicy. I think I like it overall. Very nice.
Barbecue.
Creek Smokehouse, a barbecue food truck slightly out of town, is strategically located across a vodka tasting room. Instead of the usual Texas barbecue style
Oof,
where they
now
heavily
that's
utilize
seasoning,
salt,
boy.
pepper, and garlic, here it's all about Oklahoma style barbecue. They give the meat a little bit extra. Marcus and Jamie are the power couple behind this meat-making machine, and he's about to give me a tour of his greatest hits. Right here, we have a couple things on the grill right now.
Oh, yeah.
We have 2
Now we're at the good
ribeyes,
part.
and then we have the bone marrow. This one has smoked for about 4.5 to 5 hours, so it should have some pretty good flavor.
And what do you put that on top of?
On that steak right there.
Oh my God, it's so rich.
This one was about 3.5 pounds when we started.
Damn.
Roughly be around 3 pounds when we get
That's
finished.
enough
And
for a
we
whole
finish
family.
This one off with duck fat and butter mix that we do, and then you scrape the bone marrow on top of that.
This is my first time seeing a tomahawk that's actually been smoked for hours. What is so good about smoking this cut?
To me, if you smoke it at a lower temperature, it's just all the flavor. You smoke a brisket because you want the flavor.
Yeah,
want the
bro, you
smoke.
gotta
You're gonna get
keep
the
all
smoke,
that
and then you
flavor.
finish it off on a hot fire.
I like that. You're gonna get the smoke. That sounds roughly like a veiled threat. You're about to get the smoke. All right, let's do it.
So what we have here is clarified butter and duck fat, and what we're gonna do, we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit on top.
Oh my God.
And then we're gonna throw it on some hot fire. We're gonna have a nice big flame. We're gonna get a nice little finish on it.
Damn, bro, that should look good.
Oh, that looks delicious.
We're gonna bring it back over here at our little marrow bones.
Oh, thank you. Right now I'm in the kitchen with Jamie, and she's gonna be preparing what?
Rib tips. So this is the part
Rib
of the
tips.
spare rib that when you cut St. Louis into the nice neat rectangle, this leftover piece usually is kept for the pitmaster snacks. We turn them into what we call rib nuggets or rib tips here, and they, in my opinion, are really the sweetest part of the pig. All right, so real elegant here with cutting that into chunks. What makes this Oklahoma style barbecue is we sauce
Yes,
after the
sir.
smoke, and we get these good and spicy. All of these just big, meaty rib nuggets ready to go.
So right here we have the pork belly burnt ends. It almost looks like some kind of beautiful braised
Hey, I'll
Vietnamese
eat it.
pork belly, but I'm sure
I
it tastes
like it.
completely different.
A little bit different, but it's still going to be a very spicy, lean, and fatty combined bite of pork.
Ooh, those are big. Plump.
All we'll get now is some bread and some pickles, and we'll get you ready to go.
Thank you. Right here, we have an incredible, wild, protein-packed spread.
Bro, he really got the whole
This little
steak
place
too.
across the parking lot selling vodka, and somehow it got into my cup.
I wonder
Right here we
why,
have pork
buddy.
Rib tips,
I
and then
wonder
right here
how.
we have burnt ends from the pork belly.
that's
I've never
pretty
even heard of
cheap.
such
What
a
the
thing.
hell?
It's too big for one bite. I'm gonna cut that in half. Ooh, you don't even need a knife. It's so soft and tender. Oh, take a look inside. You can see it's pink, it's white, it's
Ooh.
gorgeous. Try it out. Oh, so soft and delicious. The outside is a little bit sweet. It's so different from braising. It's like a whole different texture. When you braise pork belly in Asian cooking, it gets really, really soft. And this is also tender, but it's like you can feel the different layers as you're chewing it. Drink some barbecue. Very
Bro, why is
satisfying.
he
Right here we
drinking
have
it,
the
bro?
rib tips. The outside is
What's
so
up with
soft,
this
fatty,
guy, bro?
juicy. That looks wonderful. Look
Just
how
dip
dark
it.
that bark is on the outside, but how light and delicious it is on the inside. Oh, similarly delicious. Smoky, tender, sweet. This is heavy food. And so on the side, they've got pickles. Because there's vinegar in there. What's wild is that that's an appetizer for this right here. This is our big bad tomahawk, which is amazing because they said on the side, we have bone marrow, which is basically pure fat. We have duck fat, which is also pure fat. And I said, well, what do you have to like cut the heaviness? She's like, huh? Like what? Like bread? So we got some bread too. Let's take a look at the marrow first. Wow, the marrow goes deep into some of these parts here. Look at that. This is all just super fatty, gritty, super rich bone marrow. Smoky, beefy, greasy. Very satisfying. Now that bone marrow is actually supposed to be the dip for this. It could probably be close to rare. Oh, it's so good. So there are definitely some sinewy parts on the edges here. Incredible color. This has been smoking for hours. Oh, wow. The spices are incredible. It's full of juiciness.
I don't know
Very
about
tender.
that,
Right,
bro.
right here, duck fat. Get a little bit
I
of a
like
dip.
my
Hey,
thing
when in Oklahoma, do what the Oklahomians do.
cooked,
Try it out.
bro.
Ooh, duck fat with butter?
I would try it for sure, though.
Unlikely duo, a perfect combination. It was so fatty. I
They
chewed it like
don't look
twice
too
and it fell
bad.
down my throat. Ooh, the seasonings on here.
Yeah, man,
We
I don't
got
know.
those own secret seasonings. Every bite gets better. But what I have to try now is using this as a vehicle to transport more bone marrow into my mouth.
Hey,
It's
yo.
like eating a stick of butter and putting some olive oil on top. It is just pure decadence. Try it out.
It's
Oh,
chewy.
wow. It feels so ripe and so raw at the same time. I feel naughty. There's so much meat, so much fat, and so much flavor. It's rich, but it doesn't feel too rich. I thought it'd be too much though. And I gotta say, easily balance that out with one pickle. Perfect balance. Am I gonna eat a whole $125 3-pound tomahawk by myself? Yes. But should I? No. I should probably find some people to share
Just
it with.
get it from
on
the bone
Craigslist.
and-
I find all my other friends. For me, I've never tried Oklahoma barbecue, but after trying this is like the best advertisement for Oklahoma State tourism. I want to go there. I want to try the food. I want to try the barbecue and see what it's all about. Just this small sampler platter here. Very delicious, very tempting. Well, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Food trucks here in Austin, there's nothing like it. It's food except for it's inside a truck instead of a restaurant. Isn't that fun? They can drive it around, like to my house. Why don't they just come to my house instead of me going to them? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.